So Juneteenth is coming up, and I want to share with y'all some quick and easy practices that you can implement to honor your ancestors and the energy of freedom, because that's what Juneteenth is all about, right? And it's quick and easy. You ain't got to do too much. Let's get into it. Now, the first practice is libations, and some of y'all may know libations as pouring some out for the homies, okay? Libation is the act or practice of pouring out a liquid in honor or as offering to an energy, and in this case, the energy is your ancestors. Now, the liquid that you choose is definitely up to you, but I would advise simply pouring out some water and offer this water, that element of water. And we know that water is so special for our ancestors because, of course, as humans, it was a part of their survival. But we know that water was a part of that transatlantic slave trade, and some of our ancestors, unfortunately, didn't make it across those waters. So pour out some water to the energy of our ancestors. And that water is a double offering because it's also offering to the land that our ancestors worked and toiled so that this country could be what it is. So libations is definitely a practice that's in alignment with honoring the energy of our ancestors for Juneteenth. But also, if you prefer to do tea or coffee or a little bit of that, that's definitely up to you. Follow your spirit. Now, the second practice is a very simple but powerful one, and it is lighting a white candle. The reason that we light a white candle is to represent the element of fire. So with libations, we did water as well as earth. Now we are doing fire with the white candle, honoring the elements. Now, the interesting thing about fire is that fire is also a purifying energy, a purifying element. So we are cleansing the energy of our ancestors while also lighting their path and lighting their way and honoring the journey to freedom, the path of freedom that many of our ancestors had to take. No matter what they had to go through, they followed that light, they followed their light, and that is why we exist today. So light the flame, light the way, and burn that fire in honor of your ancestors. Also, for me, that fire on that candle represents the fire in the belly of our ancestors that kept them alive and surviving and thriving on that journey, and may that fire continue to burn in our bellies as well. Now, of course, in alignment with the element of fire, we have to talk about the element of air. Burn something, baby, okay? That smoke, when you burn something, represents the element of air. Now, I would heavily advise that you all burn tobacco in honor of the ancestors who were forced to work the cash crop of tobacco. Now, when you burn tobacco, it purifies the energy and opens the gateways and clears and opens roads, especially for ancestor energy. So burn some tobacco on Juneteenth. And speaking of cash crops that our ancestors worked, I'm noticing a lot of people are talking about the practice of kami, which is all about indigo fingers, utilizing the cash crop of indigo to dye your fingers for beautification purposes and in honor of the ancestors. And follow your spirit. If your spirit is leading you to do that, and if you have ancestors who are from the Gullah Geechee region, you definitely should do it. And if something in you feels led to utilize cash crops that our ancestors worked, I would heavily advise that you research the region that your ancestors are from and what was the cash crop that was in alignment with that region. For example, many of our ancestors worked rice, tobacco, sugarcane, various forms of cotton, and many other cash crops. Ask yourself, how can I utilize this cash crop in a way that honors my ancestors' freedom and not put them back on the plantation? And for the next practice, I gotta shout out the Nation of Gods and Earths, the 5%ers. Much love to y'all. The next practice is all about building, baby. How can you build? Building is the practice of being in community with people that you love and value and trust, and participating in conversations that will build and elevate your holistic wellness, your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical wellness. How can you build in your community with your community? And of course, in honor of Juneteenth, I want you to practice eating well. Eat like your ancestors ate and better if you can, because that's what they would want you to do. Make you some good soul food, some good collard greens and cornbread. Make some tea biscuits. Anybody grew up on tea biscuits? That flour, cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, some sugar, a little butter. You throw them in the oven, have you some tea with them. Make you some good tea biscuits, baby. Eat in alignment with the energy of your ancestors, because you got to remember our ancestors made something out of nothing. Go throw something on a grill in honor of Juneteenth. Most of all, best of all, rest, baby. I want y'all to rest in honor of your ancestors for Juneteenth. Take you a good nap. Don't do a damn thing. I want you to rest. Our ancestors worked hard for the freedom to rest. Happy Juneteenth.